What happens when a power awakens that even Mazen cannot fully control? In today's episode, the terrifying truth about Nezuko will be revealed. A sight that made even death itself step back. Welcome, friends, to your own channel, Plot Point Realm, where today we are going to watch Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 7. If you haven't watched the previous episode videos, please watch them first. Their links are in the description. So let's find out the story ahead in this episode. Until now, we saw Nezuko transforming into her demon form and attacking Daki. Her body had grown like an adult woman's, and patterns like vines had formed on her body. But Daki cuts off her hands and legs and throws her away. But Nezuko heals herself completely in just a few seconds and kicks Daki hard, knocking her down. Seeing this, Daki cannot believe that Nezuko can heal herself so quickly. Now, Nezuko keeps beating Daki mercilessly and starts smiling, which causes Daki a lot of pain. Meanwhile, on the roof, Tanjiro is unconscious, and in his dream, his brother Takeo comes and wakes him up. He says that if Tanjiro doesn't wake up now, his sister will never be the same again. And hearing this, Tanjiro wakes up. Here, Nezuko is still beating Daki, and her form becomes very scary. Daki somehow brings out her ribbons and cuts off Nezuko's hands, legs, and neck and moves away. But it is of no use because, due to Nezuko's blood cells being connected, her body parts do not separate, and Nezuko then grabs Daki's ribbons with her hands. And furthermore, all of Nezuko's blood that was on Daki's body starts burning, which sets Daki's body on fire. While burning, she remembers a moment from the past where two people left someone burning just like this. Daki gets severely injured by this. Before she could do anything, Nezuko comes back to her and starts beating her severely again. Seeing Nezuko, it starts to look like she has become a real demon. Daki is left wondering what kind of blood demon art this is that is hurting another demon. Nezuko then kicks Daki and she goes and falls into the fifth house, breaking through 4 houses. But there are some injured people in that house. One girl's blood is flowing, and Nezuko comes there too. Seeing the flowing blood, Nezuko cannot control herself and becomes uncontrollable. She runs to eat that girl, but before that, Tanjiro comes there and grabs Nezuko's mouth with his sword's sheath to stop her. Tanjiro tells her to calm down, but it is too late, and Nezuko does not listen to anything Tanjiro says. But Tanjiro also does not give up and keeps holding Nezuko. This goes on for a while, and in the meantime, Daki comes back. Now Daki's anger is through the roof. She says that half of her body is burnt and she is so injured that it would take an era to heal. And now she is fed up with Nezuko, so she will finish her off. Daki starts coming towards Nezuko by bringing out her ribbons. Tanjiro does not understand what to do. He could not leave Nezuko because humans were standing nearby, and for this reason, he could not stop Daki from hurting anyone either. Because of this, Daki gets very close to them, and as she attacks, Uzui arrives there and cuts all of Daki's ribbons and asks Tanjiro, "Is this Nezuko?" She is glowing quite a bit. Tanjiro is shocked and asks where he had been until now. Hearing this, Uzui starts shouting at Tanjiro, "Let me tell you that I am Lord Uzui." Daki then says to Uzui, "You are a Hashira, right? And you have come to fight me." But at this, Uzui tells her to be quiet and says that I have come here to fight an upper rank, so you should not interrupt. Daki does not understand. Blood comes out of her neck, and her neck falls into her hands, which means Uzui had cut Daki's neck along with her ribbons as soon as he arrived. On the other side, Inosuke and Zenitsu are left behind because of Uzui's speed, and Inosuke gets angry. Zenitsu is still sleeping, but he hears the sound of the ongoing fight from far away and starts going in that direction. Inosuke also understands and then starts running ahead of Zenitsu. Here, Tanjiro cannot believe his eyes that Uzui cut the demon's throat and killed it so easily. Then Uzui comes to Tanjiro and says that the fight here is still very long, so bring her under control. Can't you sing her a lullaby to put her to sleep? In the meantime, the ground breaks due to Nezuko's push, and she and Tanjiro fall out onto the street. Nezuko has become very uncontrollable, and Tanjiro remembers the conversation. And he also remembers the lullaby that their mother used to sing to them in their childhood. So Tanjiro also starts singing the same lullaby. In the meantime, Nezuko hurts him a lot and scratches him. But Tanjiro does not stop, and at one moment, the lullaby reaches Nezuko's ears, from which she remembers that this lullaby was sung to her by Nezuko's mother in her childhood. At that time, Nezuko tells her mom that I have found out why Tanjiro brother's eyes are red. He must have eaten a lot of red berries in your stomach. But at this, her mom just laughs, and remembering her mom, she starts crying loudly. Tanjiro just keeps watching her, and while crying, Nezuko becomes the size of a child and falls asleep. Inside the house, Uzui is also about to leave, but he talks to the demon and says, "Where are you going? The fight is not over yet." But Uzui does not give him any attention and says, "Look at your condition. Your head is in your own hands, so the story is over." Then he says to Daki, "You weren't even an upper-rank demon," which makes Daki very angry. Uzui does not understand why Daki hasn't died even after so long since her throat was cut. Now Daki gets so irritated that she starts crying, and Uzui waits for when she will stop crying. Daki starts hitting her hands and legs on the ground in anger and calls for her brother loudly, which makes Uzui a little cautious, and he brings his sword in front of him. As Daki cries, something starts to come out of her body, and another body comes out of it. As soon as it comes out, Uzui attacks it. He had even killed this second demon, but suddenly Daki and that second demon disappear. He looks back and sees that a very thin boy is sitting near Daki and consoling her. He sees that Daki's neck has rejoined and the burn marks have also disappeared. And that boy is telling Daki how beautiful she is. Uzui attacks him again, but it has no effect on him either. Instead, that boy attacks Uzui, which injures Uzui's head, and sickles appear in that boy's hands, and his face is exactly like a zombie. He says to Uzui, "I was going to kill you, but you survived." He starts praising his handsomeness. "Your face and height are both good. You must be very popular among girls, right? I can eat as much as I want, but my weight doesn't increase." He is very jealous of Uzui, and he starts scratching his own mouth and body with his nails. Then he says that for this reason, "I will kill you mercilessly." In the meantime, Daki says, "Brother, please kill him too, who burnt me so much," and tells him that she tried her best, but these people together troubled her. Hearing all this, he says, "I will do exactly the same to you as you did to my sister." Saying this, he throws his sickles at Uzui rapidly. From outside the house, Tanjiro sees and understands that something is wrong inside, meaning there is another demon inside, and he thinks of going inside. In the meantime, he sees that Inosuke and Zenitsu have arrived there, and Inosuke starts calling himself Lord Inosuke, and Zenitsu is sleeping. Tanjiro tells him to go inside, and he will put Nezuko to sleep in the box in a minute and come, and Lord Inosuke says yes to him. Inside the house, two people are still trapped. Gyutaro says, "You are a really good-looking boy, which is making me angry," but Uzui also does not stay quiet at this and says, "I'm very flashy. Although I don't want to show off, I have 3 beautiful wives." Hearing this, Gyutaro gets so angry that, becoming uncontrollable, he uses his blood demon art flying blood sickles, from which 3 blood-made sickles come out and start going towards Uzui like blades. To save the humans behind him, he blasts 3 bombs and comes to the floor below and tells them to run away. Run away. But those blood sickles come back towards him again. Uzui understands that until these sickles kill their target, they will not be destroyed. He also understands that if he cuts Gyutaro's head, perhaps his sister will also be killed along with him, because perhaps Gyutaro is the main body among them. And to find out this fact, he throws 3 more bombs towards those siblings, which destroys the whole house with an explosion. As the smoke clears, he sees that in front of him is a very big ball made of ribbons, inside which Gyutaro and Daki have survived and come to Uzui. Uzui is impressed by this. That is our specialty, that we work together. And this episode ends here. So friends, now 2 upper 6 demons have arrived here whom Uzui, Tanjiro and the others have to fight. Do you also think that in front of Uzui's 3 wives, Gyutaro's handsome complex is his biggest weakness? Tell your theory in the comments, because without your answer, this theory is incomplete. And yes, when Nezuko cries, we all break inside. If you also consider Nezuko to be the strongest demon in the world, then definitely hit a like on this video. Subscribe to our channel Plot Point Realm right now so that you don't miss the next episode. See you in the next blast. Thank you.